Hello, Quilt Artisans. My name is Shonda and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. I am here today with an unboxing. I just got my April Sew Sampler. We are almost caught up. This is April. So I want to go ahead and give it an open and see what we got this month. Let's see. I know I got some scissors somewhere. All right. So this is what our box looks like. It says Be Creative. Also, our new block of the month starts, so I'm curious to see what that's going to be. So we have a coupon here for 25% off Quilting Notions. This expires July 20th, 2022. So let's see what we have. Okay, so what is this? B Pin Pendant. Let's see what it is. Oh, okay, this is cute. Okay, wait a minute. Mine is in a little bit of it. There we go. So it's a little necklace. There's a little bee on there. It's hard to get the bee to focus, but there's a little bee on there. I don't know what's inside there. Let me look at the paper and see. Let's see. So it's a sewing notion. It's a pendant and it's a mini pin cushion. Park a few pins or sewing needles in it as you sew on the go. Okay, so for those of you that do some English paper piecing potentially or hand sewing, this might come in handy for you. I can't imagine ever needing a pin cushion this tiny though. It's itty bitty. See if we got some pins. I know I got some pins somewhere. I mean, half of the quilts are not have pins at the ready, right? But I don't. Okay, so that's cute. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so we have a Clover water erasable marker. Okay. I actually like that. Right now, I don't have a water erasable marker. I have heat erase pens and I have air soluble. I don't have a water soluble. And I have chalk. I have chalk where you just kind of dust it away. But I personally don't have a water erasable marker. This would have came in handy when I was quilting my last quilt because I was only quilting specific areas of the quilt. And there were areas that I did not want to quilt. And so I was using the air erasable marker to mark the areas that I wanted to quilt so that I would not make a mistake and quilt in the areas that I did not want quilting. So, but I had an issue with the marks disappearing too quickly. Like the marks disappear and like they start fading after like 10 minutes. So it didn't give me a lot of time. So this actually would have been kind of neat. And then when I washed it, all the marks would have went away. I always wash my quilts before I give them away. That's just me because I want to make sure if something's going to happen to it in the wash, I want it to happen when I wash it and not someone else. By the way, guys, I just came back from the eye doctor. My glasses have been broken for like 2-3 weeks now. And I've finally gone to the eye doctor today to get a new prescription. So hopefully those will be coming in a couple of weeks. I have some contacts to kind of hold me over until then. Okay, and so we also have here some needles. We have some crewel and embroidery needles. Now, y'all know I don't do a lot of hand sewing, but I do keep needles for when I do need to sew things like household utilitarian things, patch up a hole, things like that. So these will come in handy for that. All right, so our new quilt along is the Bliss quilt along by Fig Tree. Let's see here. The first block is this block here.
Love you.
I love you too. So this is block 1. Again, this is the Bliss Quilt Along by Fig Tree. I am not going to be doing the quilt along, I can tell you that. But I will collect the cards. It looks like we got a little pattern as well, of course, because every box is themed or project-based, I should say. So we have this quilt pattern here called Buzz. This finishes at 37.5 by 37.5. So make a nice wall hanging. The pattern is super cute. Little bees. I think this is adorable. So, of course, we have our fabric. We have 2 B plaids charm packs. And then to finish it, we need 1.5 yards background and border and 1/2 yard for the binding. So not bad, not bad. These bees are cute. I could see making one of these bees for a pillow. But I think, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with these charm packs. I mean, if you watch my channel, charm packs are not something that I have a lot of. I have almost none. And most of the charm packs that I own came in a box, came in a subscription. So I don't know what these prints look like. I actually kind of want to see them. Oh, look, there they are. I do think it's kind of neat when they put it all on the back. I do like that as a concept. Michael Miller does that, like on his layer cakes. I don't know about the charm packs, but I know Michael Miller on his layer cakes on the back. On the back they put the back of the layer cake shows you all of the prints that are in the layer cake, and I kind of like that as a concept. So how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 42. So 42 different prints. So this is neat. Let's kind of run through these. So this is Bee Plaids by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet for Riley Blake. I do like when all the prints are different. That is something that I have a real appreciation for. Let's bring it closer. I have a real appreciation for when the prints are all different, because it really kind of opens up what you can do, because nothing is the same. There's no duplicate. So when you're laying it out, when you're laying out the quilt, it's really nice because you're never going to have 2 prints touching, you know? Well, not never, but you know what I mean. I love the cross stitch. It's probably one of my favorite prints. And of course, I love the plaids. So I know that I'm going to keep these charm packs. I don't know what I'm going to do with these charm packs, but I'm definitely going to keep them, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't think that I'm going to make this quilt. And I know sometimes y'all be like, well, you know, how come you don't want to make them? Well, it's just that I have so many patterns that I have that I love, and I would much rather make one of those. So like patterns that I found, that I see, that I love, that I've purchased. I like them so much that I paid money for them. And so I kind of want to make those first before I start making something else. So if I get something in a project box that I really, really like, then it might go on the list. There's one that we got in Open Gate Quilts, Ebb and Flow. That's on the list. You know, there's one that I got in the while back. I did the Fat Quarter Shop CAFE Club. It's quarterly. And there was a pattern with that. I think I actually got the club. I did it for one club, one month, 1 quarter, I should say. I did it for 1 quarter. And I specifically got it just because I liked the pattern. Like, at that quarter shop, they will preview sometimes. And so they did a preview of the quilt, and it showcased all the fabrics that were in there. And I was so bowled over by that pattern and how the fabric looked in it that I signed up for that subscription for 1 quarter just to get that. So sometimes it happens, but for the most part, I want to make the stuff that I'm passionate about, the quilts that I'm passionate about. So right now on my list, I think next up is probably going to be Nightingale. Also, Tiffany over at my Tiffany's Quilting Life did a fat quarter frenzy quilt back on May 1st, where she basically just took the whole fat quarter, cut it from corner to corner, and then made 2 additional cuts on either side of that, sewed them back together. I thought it was really neat as a concept. So I think I might want to try that, but I think I might make a couple of extra cuts. Because I think I might like that better. So like lots of things that I want to try. So it's not that I'm poo-pooing on any particular project that we get. It's just that I want to work on the patterns that I feel most inspired to work on. But I love these charm packs. So of this month, of course, for me, you know, the pattern is cool. I really, really, really like the bees. I really, really, really like the bees. I could see potentially making a bigger bee because I think these blocks, the bee blocks are 6.5 by 9.5. So I could see sizing it up a bit and maybe adding a border so it's large enough for a pillow. So again, just to recap, we have our pattern. We have some sewing needles, not for our sewing machine, but hand sewing needles, embroidery needles to be specific. We have a water erasable marker. We have this little pendant here, which has a little bee on it and is also a little mini pin cushion. And we have our 2 charm packs. So I'm happy with this month's box. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some boxes that I'm over the moon about, like the cider one that I'm giving away. Like when I got that box, I was like blown away. And every box isn't going to be like that, but I don't hate this by any stretch of the imagination. And lest we not forget, a charm pack these days is about $12. So this subscription is $24.95 a month plus tax and shipping. And so for me, I have the value right here in these 2 charm packs. These 2 charm packs paid or make up what I paid for this month's box. And then on top of that, I get some needles and this water erasable marker. So even though I don't really have much use for the pendant, I think it's cute. I'll probably hang it somewhere in my sewing room. I'll just use it as a decoration. So it still has a purpose, and this pattern will get filed away somewhere. Not somewhere, but it'll get filed away with my other patterns, with my charm pack patterns. So that is it for me. That's the April Sew Sampler, curated again by Fat Quarter Shop, $24.95 a month plus tax and shipping. So that's it for me, and I will see you guys next video.